Trying to tie my shoes, boo baby. You helping? Oh, there's my guy. You gonna let me have my bullet journal so I can go to work? You got a leaf on your belly. What, boo baby? You want some attentions? You don't even like to be pet. What are you talking about? Well, you want to bother Guy. Yeah, this is gonna go well. Okay, friends, time to go work. Come on. Hello! It is Scholastic Book Fair week, and today is very exciting because we got to come as our favorite character. I don't know what my favorite character is, but I thought I would be Skippyjon Jones. If you don't know Skippyjon Jones, he is awesome. I love him. I will share some more of him later today, as well as the book fair. And I decided to come as Skippyjon Jones' little sister because I was too lazy to make the big Skippyjon Jones ears. So I'm wearing my my Frankenstein t-shirt from Spinster's Library. So cool. And the Halloween tights. So yeah. Anyway, got a jet because the kids are coming, but I'll be back soon. Ooh. What do I choose? Smarties are always a favorite. Oh. We also have Twizzlers. Airheads. Sea chocolate. Okay, my first class of the day has left, and surprisingly, they cleaned up some of their mess. I have fortification here for after lunch. I'm going to be disciplined. I thought I would read the introduction to Skippyjon Jones for you. I mean, her attention to detail. And the blurred art style makes you really look in to see all the precious little things. Oh, you know I love her. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. That must be me today. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohiggy's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose, or a goose, not a rat, or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. Ooh. And of course, I have to show you the bee. Ooh, scary bee. Pop! The candy fell out. Oh. All right, friends, this is very exciting. We're going to enter the art room of all the amazing work that my students show on their walls. And this is our fabulous art teacher and a guest artist today. And I wanted to show you this great mural they're making.
Let me get the plastic bag off of it.
Oh, wow. Did we just call this a bottle cap mural?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's exactly what it is. It's all recyclable.
Isn't that amazing? Where are we going to put this?
We're not exactly sure, but it's somewhere in the school permanently.
That is gorgeous.
Not exactly sure yet.
Nice work.
And every child has had their hands on it.
Oh.
Yes.
They've all glued caps on.
Oh, it's a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to
Absolutely.
glue some on yourself?
I would.
All right, let's do it.
Here's my part. Ooh, so exciting. Thank you. Okay, real quick, I want to show you what I am still reading. There's, nothing new here, but I have been reading, well, I've been reading a lot, but these are the ones that, fingers crossed, I may finish today, or at least tomorrow. So, American Notes by Charles Dickens. This, that Charles Dickens, his fiction has not like worked for me. Let's just be real. And this one started out a little bit slowly, not too bad, but I got to like Washington, D.C., and then some of his travels out west to Ohio and Missouri. And it has been fascinating. I have loved it so much. And if I remember later today, I will find the passage about spitting tobacco, because everybody needs to hear that word. And then I wanted to say I'm almost done with this. Like, it's more almost done than that, because there are notes at the back, because it's a nonfiction. So, and I've read a little more and have not moved my bookmark, because I've been reading this one all week at school on ebook. So just that much left, like 40 pages or less. And then Ken Liu, The Paper Menagerie. This is science fiction, fantasy, magical realism, mythology, historical, super interesting thus far. It's been super interesting. I've enjoyed it tremendously. All the stories are different. I react to them differently. It's a great book for buddy reads. I've been reading this with Heidi and Britta, and we've just been having great discussions, and we kind of vary as to who enjoys the stories or not. And I have one left, so yay. I feel like I could finish this one today. And then Framley Parsonage by Anthony Trollope. I feel like these two I can finish today. And this one I just want to get as far as I can so that I can start something fresh tomorrow. That would be awesome. But we'll see. I have parent-teacher conferences tonight, so that's why I brought all of the books. So, because I'm going to be here till like 6:30, I think. So, yay. Anyway, I better get ready for my next little group. Important question. Who best represents my personality? Jujubee, Jezebel, or Jilly Boo Jones? Okay, so I'm at the high school, and I brought my gluten-free bestie a chocolate chip cookie bundt cake. I left mine at home because, let's face it, there's going to be plenty of junk at the school today, and I don't need to bring my own. But yay. And let's just take a minute to appreciate this view, shall we? I mean, I work in a beautiful place. Gosh, this thing is in the wrong side of the door. Fly away. Hey, National Cat Day. I gotta count the cats. Oh, there's 1, 2. Where are all the cats? 3, 4, 5. Just kidding. Just kidding. Let's see. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Oh, not a cat.
I don't know how that works exactly, but
Oh, this is so. Oh. That's 11. Oh,
really?
12. So
Yeah.
cute.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
A
there's
year and a
Ruth
half ago.
Bader Ginsburg. Oh, 13, 14. Oh, 15,
Okay, girlfriend, we got too much going on here. What's your favorite?
16.
Pick one favorite first.
Oh.
One favorite. What's your absolute favorite?
we do anymore? So fun. I love the book fair. I think 17 is it.
Right, if you got
Yay.
this and it's down there, then you may have enough.
19, 20. And here are our finished spooky scenes, and tomorrow they're going to write stories about them. Fun times. So dinner was Chick-fil-A in the teacher's lounge, which, you know, that's not gluten-free. So it's a good thing I stopped for chips and chocolate, eh? Hey, so considering the chips and chocolate I just consumed, I thought it would be prudent to take a little walk. It's 4:30 and I have my next appointment at 5. So I thought I would come out and see if I can see, you know, a lingering wildflower or two. I mean, I know it's almost November, but we haven't had any hard freezes yet, and there's still a few out there. Yeah, I got to watch Spinelli Speaks, her Dewey's weekend reading vlog. That was fun, and I only have 2 chapters left in American Notes by Charles Dickens. That is going really well. I think I'm going to finish that soon. And oh, I'm also almost done with another book that I didn't tell you about. It's Suddenly You by Lisa Kleypas. I think that somebody is coming by and that's embarrassing. Oh, somebody else. Look at that. Yeah, I think Book Bubbler mentioned that one recently. It's I call it a Regency romance. I call all those historicals Regency romances, but I think that we decided that it's actually Victorian, which is perfect. I'm reading it with Heidi and Katie actually figured out that it was a Victorian romance. So yeah, I think that's it. So let me find some wildflowers real quick, and then I better go back inside and get ready for my next appointment. So there's actually some honeysuckle. You need smell-o-vision for that. Ooh, and cattails. I'm guessing these are like in the aster family, wouldn't you think? Ooh, jackpot. Look at that. And I spy some thistle. Hey, I finished one. So I thought I would read the tobacco scene to you and another one that I found that was a little sweeter. Anyway. As Washington may be called the headquarters of tobacco-tinctured saliva, the time has come when I must confess without any disguise that the prevalence of those 2 odious practices of chewing and expectorating began about this time to be anything but agreeable, and soon became most offensive and sickening. In all the public places of America, this filthy custom is recognized. In the courts of law, the judge has his spittoon, the crier his, the witness his, and the prisoner his, while the jurymen and spectators are provided for, as so many men who in the course of nature must desire to spit. Sorry. Incessantly. In the hospitals, the students of medicine are requested by notice upon the wall to eject their tobacco juice into the boxes provided for that purpose, and not to discolor the stairs. In public buildings, visitors are implored through the same agency to squirt the essence of their quids, or plugs, as I have heard them called by gentlemen learned in this kind of sweetmeat, into the national spittoons, and not about the bases of the marble columns. But in some parts this custom is inseparably mixed up with every meal and morning call, and with all the transactions of social life. The stranger, who follows in the track I took myself, will find it in its full bloom and glory, luxuriant in all its alarming recklessness. At Washington, and let him not persuade himself, as I once did, to my shame, that previous tourists have exaggerated its extent. The thing itself is an exaggeration of nastiness which cannot be outdone. On board this steamboat, there were 2 young gentlemen with shirt collars reversed as usual and armed with very big walking sticks, who planted 2 seats in the middle of the deck at a distance of some 4 paces apart, took out their tobacco boxes, and sat down opposite each other to chew. In less than a quarter of an hour's time, these hopeful youths had shed about them on the clean boards a copious shower of yellow rain, clearing by that means a kind of magic circle within whose limits no intruders dared to come, and which they never failed to refresh and re-refresh before a spot was dry. This being before breakfast rather disposed me, I confess, to nausea. But looking attentively at one of the expectorators, I plainly saw that he was young and chewing, and felt inwardly uneasy himself. A glow of delight came over me at this discovery, and as I marked his face turn paler and paler, and saw the ball of tobacco in his left cheek quiver with his suppressed agony, while yet he spat and chewed and spat again, in emulation of his older friend, I could have fallen on his neck and implored him to go on for hours. I thought that last one was just really funny, but this one is much more poignant. He's looking at some travelers of just his observation of socioeconomics. Cant as we may, and as we shall to the end of all things, it is very much harder for the poor to be virtuous than it is for the rich, and the good that is in them shines the brighter for it. In many a noble mansion lives a man, the best of husbands and of fathers, whose private worth in both capacities is justly lauded to the skies. But bring him here, upon this crowded deck, strip from his fair young wife her silken dress and jewels, unbind her braided hair, stamp early wrinkles on her brow, pinch her pale cheek with care and much privation, array her faded form in coarsely patched attire. Let there be nothing but his love to set her forth or deck her out, and you shall put it to the proof indeed. So change his station in the world, that he shall see in those young things who climb about his knee not records of his wealth and name, but little wrestlers with him for his daily bread. So many poachers on his scanty meal, so many units to divide his every sum of comfort, and farther to reduce its small amount. In lieu of the endearments of childhood in its sweetest aspect, heap upon him all its pains and wants, its sicknesses and ills, its fretfulness, caprice, and querulous endurance. Let its prattle be not of engaging infant fancies, but of cold and thirst and hunger. And if his fatherly affection outlive all this, and he be patient, watchful, tender, careful of his children's lives, and mindful always of their joys and sorrows, then send him back to Parliament and pulpit and to quarter sessions. And when he hears fine talk of the depravity of those who live from hand to mouth and labor hard to do it, let him speak up as one who knows, and tell those holders forth that they, by parallel with such a class, should be high angels in their daily lives and lay but humble siege to heaven at last. Yeah, I like the way Charles Dickens thinks. 6 o'clock. Time to go home. Look. You can see the clouds moving. Wow. Home again. Jiggity jig. Got a little rain action going on. Yes. Hey! There's my boo baby. That's a guy? Yeah? Go for it.
Go for it.
Big gulp. Finished another one.
There was something very interesting in the house this morning for Boo.
What was it?
There were 2 wasps.
What happened to him?
I had to spray him before Boo Baby stung her, got herself stung.
Where's the guy? What you need, guy?
He's in here. He's underneath the table.
What you need? You need turkey?
You think he's not at wrong inside the house?
You need a nap? You can't go outside. You're kidding me. It's dark out there, dude. You know better. Okay. Let's do this. I am devastated. Whew, mercy. That last short story completely destroyed me. Oh my goodness. I'm speechless. Yeah. So
like real subtle.
I've just got to read a little bit of Anthony Trollope, even though it is rapidly approaching my bedtime, just so I'll be able to go to sleep tonight. Wow. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll be back soon. Bye.